Hello, greetings everybody. Welcome to second week of HTML here, lesson 2 here, and we're gonna go through this week in class. We're gonna review. I'm gonna review some of your assignments. I really enjoyed looking at them, and you guys did a good job coding them. Today we're gonna learn how to change the background color. We're going to know how to make a list, a numbered list and an unnumbered list, and all those things are going to go into project number 2. Important things, if you're having trouble with Notepad, it's a text editing device, text editing on a computer. So if you're on a Mac, it might be called TextEdit. If you're on something else, try something else. But if all else fails, if you can't get on a computer or something, you can go to this w3schools.com, and if you go here, there's this try it for yourself HTML example. So you can go to this try it for yourself here. It's not exactly the way I want it, because it puts in some of these tags for you. But what you do is, so you'd see here are our tags, and let's say I wanted to change this heading here that says this is a heading to multimedia. All right, so then I can change multimedia. If I spell it right, MEDIA, right? Then you hit run. And so from here, you certainly could come through and do a bunch of different things, right? So you could try I'm going to go back to the lesson 1 and look at how do we make a horizontal rule, right? HR and then our backslash. So I'm going to try that on here. After this is a paragraph, so I'm gonna go HR backslash end tag. Now we're gonna go run. So there you go. So now you can see that this works, and so this is a really good way for you to learn it and practice it out. I prefer that you do it through Notepad and then share it into the folder up there, because it really is how it should be done and how it works, but this is a workaround. The other thing I like about this W3 Schools, it is an online web tutorial, right? So you can come in here, either here or here, and there's a whole bunch of other things that you can learn, but learn HTML, right? Come through, and this is a really in-depth, right? You can go back, if you were to learn HTML reference, okay? So this thing will talk you through what some different things are, right? And so if you're wondering how to bold text, now it shows you can do a B for bold, right? And the other one we said strong, right? But if you wanted to learn how to do it, and I think that there's a search right here. All right, so if you wanted to do something and we haven't covered it, this site will help you do some of that stuff, right? And so this is what we're talking about right here. It's w3schools.com. All right, just a great reference, and you will have to add something fun from W3 Schools at the end of your project number 2 here. All right, so I thought about having a review question where you answer it on a Google Doc or a quiz or a test. I don't want to give you too much information. Just know that these are review questions that I have here. We would have gone through them in class, talked about them, showed them, made you guys do it. So just remember that you need to know these things, these review questions. You can always follow along the video and the slideshow. You could just choose to do the slideshow. You could just choose to do the video. I don't care, as long as you get the final project done, project 2, okay? But questions here, what's a tags used for? What do they look like? What are the 3 required tags? What's a comment for? And I wanted to go back to our HTML here, and I wanted to see if this, let's see here, we can go to all right, learn HTML. Okay, so here's something I wanted to talk to you about, what HTML is, and I don't know if we talked about that, but HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Is for the web page, right? And so that's an important thing, a hypertext markup language. I wanted you guys to make sure that you knew that, right? Okay, where does the title show up on your actual web page? headings, you know, H1, H2, right? How does that work? How does it go? How do you make your text bold? How do you make it italicized? You're going to have to know how to do that today. Um, how do you force that browser to go to the next line, a break? How do you do that horizontal rule? We just talked about that. How do you make a picture show up on your web page? Okay, before we go there, I wanted to show some examples. All right, so I'm going to come in here to, I downloaded some examples. So let's take a look at Margaret's right here. So here's Margaret's folder. And everything that she's done should be in there. So her picture, her code, everything is in there, right? So we've got our project and our school picture. So I double click on that. Here it opens up. She's got her title, my school. She's got a picture. Here's her text. I go to Eastview High School. The above is not a picture of Eastview. It's actually a picture of Lake Mead School in Abington, Oxfordshire, England. Eastview is a school that I attend in Apple Valley, Minnesota. I'm a senior. Here's her horizontal rule and then fun stuff. Perfect. Well done, Margaret. Now I wanted to show you another one. And this one's very well done too. I just wanted to use it as just a kind of example of a couple of things. This is Kelly's project, okay? I'm going to download it. Again, I see there's a picture and there's the project. Okay, so I open this up, Walkerville Elementary, okay? And then I thought it's ingenious, right? I like that. Who needs real school when you go to adventures on the Magic School Bus, right? Great job, Kelly. I only caution you to, sometimes I'm having you do some of these things and then later on we may use it again. So you can venture outside all you want, but just understand, oh, if I would have done that before, maybe I could have used that again about my school in our final project. But for the most part, you're okay with. It's not, she followed the rules here. The one thing you are missing that Kelly did miss is that horizontal rule on here. But everything seems to work. Okay, so there is a couple projects that I went and downloaded and they didn't pop up, and so something is amiss in their code, and so I've left messages back with you, so please double check that. Okay, so remember, a basic web page, you have to have your HTML, right, beginning and ending tags, right? You have to have a head section right here, and within that is your title page. You have to have a body section. All right, those tags do not show up on the page. Okay, here's what we're learning this week: centering text or centering images or centering whatever it is. Okay, so here's your tag. It's simple as center and then your end tag, right? The other thing we're going to learn is about changing the background color. I'm a design guy. I'm not a big fan of doing that, but I want you to learn how to do that and play around with it. Understanding though, if you change the background color to black, right, your text now you won't see it, so you'd have to change the color of your text as well. Body color. So here's what you do. So this is the code. Body color equals, and then there's a pound sign and then these X's, and these X's are what's called a hex code. They're HTML color codes. So you can go to this website here, or search up HTML color codes, and you find your favorite color. Okay, let's say it's we're on this blue here, or we want it a little bit here. Here is our hex code right there. Okay, so you would copy the 355FC8. Okay, you could copy that and then you put that into this tag, into that code. Okay, so that makes sense. We will do it. Okay, next thing we're going to learn is how to make a list. All right, when you want this to show up, a numbered list. Okay, my favorite TV shows are boom boom. That's what we're going to do today. I'm doing TV shows. You can do any sort of theme. All right, Big Brother, blah blah blah. Right, favorite one. That's how you're going to learn how to do that. You're also going to learn how to do an well, here's how you do that, right? You do it strong, right? Or B, this is bolding it, right? So now the new HTML, you can just make that B. But my favorite TV shows, and we also want that centered. And then you're going to have, and so this is, it's called an ordered list. So OL, right? So we've got OL and then our OL end, and that will put these into a 1, 2, 3, and then this LI is for a list, right? So an LI in there. All right, so will show you how to do that. And I don't have. Oh, yeah, there it is. Unordered bullet list. Okay, so the next one you want it unordered, so it's not going to be numbered. All right, you're going to change the OL for ordered list to a UL, unordered list. All right, it's a bullet, just going to be bulleted, right? So that's how we'll do it. So you're going to have on this assignment, you're going to have one numbered list and one bulleted list. All right, so here we go. Here's our assignment. All right, I'm just going to walk you right through this here. So we're going to go onto the desktop. I'm going to go to desktop and create a new folder called last name, first name, project 2, just like I did before. Okay. So here's my other one right here from the other day. So I'm going to just right click and go to new folder. So last name, first name, and project 2. And I don't like spaces, right? I don't like spaces in website. Okay. So I did that. Now open up a notepad and save that file to project 2 folder. Name it index.html. That's important for us to know that the main pages on a lot of our websites are called index. Okay. So notepad. So here it is. Boom. Opening it up. Right here, and I'm going to go file, save as. First thing I do is I'm going to save it as, and we need to call it index, and I'm just gonna call it index.txt to begin. It eventually, when I end it, well, we can go we'll say index.html. Okay, that's fine. I'll save it at index.html. Yeah, that's right. So here we go. But it's still just a text file where I'm looking at it as. Okay. Sometimes if you save it at HTML and you need to come back and change it, you may have to go file, open it as a txt, as a text file. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We have to add all the required tags again. So you come back here, we take a look at what are our required tags, and for the sake of time I went in and I've already done these here, so I'm going to pop them in. All right, HTML head, we got our title, my page, and hello. Okay, and that's not what needs to go in there, but I want you to see that right now. Okay, so okay, so here add the required tags. Okay, title your web page, your name, project 2. So Nick Fornicoya, project 2. So that's going to the title right here. It says my page. I'm going to go Nick Fornicoya, project 2. Okay, I like to hit save a lot. Just boom, file save. Control S. Add a comment at the top, okay, section, in the head section, listing your name, the class, and the date. All right, so we got to go back to lesson 1 here to look up how we did comments, right? So it was right here, right? Comment right here. Here is my comment, and so in the head section we're going to add this comment right here. All right. So that's what it looks like. We got our tag, exclamation point, dash, dash. Okay, so in this tag, exclamation point, dash, dash, what did it say here? We want it to be name, class, and date. All right. And today's May 10th, 2020. Okay, and then we have to end it again. I want to go back and just make sure you guys get it. We end it with dash dash, okay, and then our tag. Okay, Alright, so again, I'm going to just go File, Save, and I want, if you want to just test it, I like testing it, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to, let's see here, I'm going to come in here, close it, see if that'll work. Looks like might have saved it in the wrong folder. There you go, I did. I saved it in the wrong folder. I'm going to move it back over there. This is good that I'm looking. Where did it go? There you go. Move it right there. Alright, so there. So now it's in the right folder. Alright. This is good. This has happened. Hello, this is my page. I've got Nick Fornicoya Project 2. And you know what? That's Nick Fornicoya Project 2 is probably too long. If you see on the tab there, it is probably too long. And so I'm going to let you adjust it. I'm going to come back in and adjust it here. What I want to do is, so again, I want to right click and I want to go open with, and I want to open back up with Notepad because that's totally fine. And so I'm going to change it from Nick Fornicoya Project 2. I'm just going to call it, let's see what NF Project 2 does, right? So I'm going to go hit save, close that, and double click here. So we got NF. That's a little bit better, right? You can see everything that's on there. Okay, just because my name is long too. Kelly's here is great. It's not that big a deal. And Margaret just put her first name. So you guys can choose, but understanding that we want it to be able to be visible and readable to people. You see all these? Those are all what they have there. Okay, so we're looking good right there. Coming back to our lesson 2. So we've got our title page. Add a comment. Oh, I didn't see that. We don't see the comment when it's finalized, right? You don't see the comment, so it's perfect, right? We did that. In the body, add a heading 1 for your theme. Okay, so in the body, add a heading 1, and we come back. We want to look. That's an H1. Correct. So got to go back to my here. Open with Notepad. And in the body, I'm going to change that to my favorite television TV shows. Alright, and that this is something that we're going to come back here now, right? So let's see if we can. I'm going to center that, right? So we're going to go center and then our center. Alright, let's see if we can do that. So tag, center, and then we're going to go boom. Woo. Alright, my favorite TV shows. Alright. In the body there. Now then, alright, coming back down here, we're going to go, we're going to put a horizontal rule under your heading. Alright, and I might change it to, not my favorite, I'm going to change this to just television show, TV shows. Alright, why is there a question mark there? We don't want that. Alright. And then they want the horizontal rule. We know we just did that, HR, and then our backslash, right? Close that tag. All right, we're making progress. Okay, we're going to find a picture related to your theme, download it into your Project 2 file, and add it to your webpage. Make sure it's a nice JPEG. Make sure it's not, it's good quality. And I've already went and I found one of Chicago PD, so I'm going to drop that in right here. So Chicago PD is one of my favorite shows there, and so that's in there. So it's in that's Project 2 folder. Okay, very well done. All right, And so you're going to add a paragraph that at least 5 sentences to your page, and then background, add an ordered list and an unordered list. Okay. So I'm going to come over here, and for time's sake, I've made a paragraph already. Okay. I'm going to make a copy. Okay. Let's come back here. It says, all right. So in our body page, center TV shows. Okay. Line break. So we're going to come in here, and again we're going to make a paragraph, right? So we've got to come back to our first lesson, and we got a paragraph. So we got a P and then a closing it out. All right. So we got here P, boom. Okay. I'm gonna sometimes, like I said, copying and pasting does not work so well. I'm gonna see how this works. Let's see here. Alrighty, so we're gonna scroll back here. Something about going from Word, just the copying and pasting is just weird, and so I'm gonna try and make sure we can see all this. Boom. And it doesn't matter. Remember, I'm not doing line breaks, so it doesn't necessarily matter. Format is just so you can see it. And then we got to do our end paragraph right there. I'm gonna just go File, Save. I'm gonna close it. Let's go take a look at it. Let's see what it looks like right now, because I need to see it. Okay, so I've got centered TV shows. I enjoy watching television shows of all varieties. Some of my favorite shows have been police shows, but not every show. I really like good storyline, and it drags out over a whole season. Okay, so we've got all this stuff. I'm not sure if I like it that wide, but I can play around with that with line breaks and all of that. That's something you can do on your own, right? Look, working on the format. Okay, so I've got a body paragraph, horizontal rule. I'm going to add a picture into there, and then we're going to add a theme. All right, so let's go. Let's do the. And I got to make one of these sentences bold, one italics, one underlined. I'm gonna let you guys do that. I don't need to do that, right? Separate the sentences with line breaks. So there, we are going to be doing that. So if I were to come back, come in here, and you go open with Notepad. There we go. And so this is perfect. So I want to remember, how do we do this in our line break? So we want to line break. It's just a BR backslash. All right, I like that. So right here, each of these, we could just go BR. Right. Woo. Boom. BR. And so each of these then will be that. Boom. 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, 4 line. All right. And paragraph. Right. And then you also need to go, okay, I want to make one of these, right, bold, right? And this says strong, but we're going to use the B as well. But you got to begin it and end it. All right. So let's do, for example, the first one, you'd go B. That's going to be bold, and then, but it's also going to, okay, I'm going to go again, come back over here, hit save to double check it. I'm going to close it out. We're going to come in here, open it up. All right, so we've got a bold already there. We got line breaks right here. It's already looking much better. Awesome. You can see the difference between these two right there. Alrighty, so we're making progress. You guys rock. This is rocking and rolling. Okay, so now we got to come in and do the ordered list, and then an unordered list and add a heading for that, right? So I came in and I did this favorite television shows of all time in order. All right. So let me come back to that. I'm going to copy that just because for time's sake. Boom. Booyah, right? Open with Notepad. Alrighty. Alright. So now, favorite television of all time in order. Alright, let's just rename that. My favorite television shows of all time in order. Now I want to make this a H2. Alright, so we're going to go H2, heading 2. It could be in heading 1, I guess. And we didn't make this a heading 1, did we? We just centered it. That's why it looks weird. Back here, H1, and then H1, woo, H1. All right. Now we're down here, we're going to H2. You could make it an H2 or H1. I'm going to start with H2 and we'll see how that looks. Alright, and you could center it, whatever, okay? Now we got to come back and figure out how we make that a ordered list, right? Alright. So we're coming back here. Ordered list. Oh, and we want to bold that too. That says strong. So we're going to go adding the OL and then the list, the LI. Okay. Alrighty. Let's do this. Let's make this. We gotta, and we made it an H2 versus bold. That's okay. Let's try that one. And then we've got OL. All right. And then between each of these, right? So that's our OL, and now then our LI and our ending LI. LI. And then LI. Ooh. Okay. And so each of these, and it feels like that's a lot of stuff, I know. A lot of tagging, but it's important for you guys to understand this, right? And I'm even right, so I'm even figuring that out. And then we need to do this ending right here. Oh, remember that backslash goes right there. Okay, let's go File, Save. Let's see how this thing looks. I'm going to close it. We're going to come in here, going to open up my index. And wow, look at this. Okay. Again, remember these need to be done in italics and underlined. My favorite television shows of all time in order. 1, The Wire, Breaking Bad, Chicago PD, The Office, MASH, right? Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay, so we've got that ordered list. Now we need to come in and do the unordered list, and it's going to be very similar. We're just changing up some of these things. All right, so I'm gonna, we're gonna speed some things up, and we're gonna go into open with my notepad. Boom. So we're gonna just come in here. Let's see if this will work. Alright, my least favorite my least favorite television shows of all time in no particular order. Alright, so instead of the O, it's going to be a U, right? And so same thing over unordered list, alright? And let's see, what did I write for my list? I said Dexter, The Ranch, Dance Moms, and 2.5 Men. Alright, so don't hate me. Did not like these shows. I don't like killing. I don't know. I mean, I like Dexter. I just didn't like it, and The Ranch was too just disgusting. Dance Moms. What did I say? Oh, 2.5 Men. Disgusting. I don't like crude stuff. And we'll just go with those. Boom. Right there. File. Save. Closing it out. And there's probably a better way to do this to check it out. Alright, look at that. So now we've got a numbered list and a bulleted list in there. Okay. Now we're going to come back and let's you can see the difference here, right? Boom. So now we're coming back over here, take a look at unordered. Alright, so a couple things we haven't done yet. We haven't added the background color and the image yet. Alright, I know you know how to do the image, and so I'm not going to do that for you, but I will do the background color for your page. Alright, and so we're going to come back up here. Alright, so we've got this is, you put this in your code here, body, and then we add that in. Alright, so we're gonna go with the we'll find the text, the hex code we will find when we get there. Open. Alrighty, now let's see, we got to figure out where this goes. Does it just go anywhere? I'm gonna try to just put it up here because let's see if it matters. Body color right there. Let's go to our hex code. We want this I'm just gonna go with a nice gray. I think let's go with that for now because I don't really like colored, and the colored backgrounds can be difficult to see. There we go. Now we're going to file, save as. Oh, we're just saving it. Oh no, forget it. Just gonna cancel. File, save. I'm sorry. Closing that. Boom. Interesting. It looks. I thought that was gray, but it may not be. But here we go. You get the idea that I've added that. I don't know what I did. This looks like gray to me. Did I do the right code? Wow, B9BBBF, 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 right? B9BBBF, B9. Interesting. Might be my monitor or whatnot, but that's a different color than I expected. Okay, and I think we're going to come back here and take a look if we've done everything that needs to be. And then, again, like I said, you need to finish these one sentence italics, one sentence underline. You will need to add in this a picture, right? I showed you how to put the picture in the folder, but if you can come back into lesson 1, and it shows you how to insert that picture. Okay, again, that picture must be in that same folder. Alright folks, well, thanks very much, and I hope you guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know, but take care.